When you think of real estate, what comes to mind? Now, for most people, it's the two-story detached homes or it's a condo apartment. But in this video, I'm going to break down a few more styles for you so you have more options.
Sort of like a forced savings plans over time.
Now, when you hear the word house, this is what most people think of. This is a fully detached property, 2 stories. You don't have any neighbors attached to any of the walls in this property. So when it comes to the maintenance, everything is your responsibility, from roof leaks to plumbing issues to appliances to repairs, shoveling the driveway, mowing the lawn. Everything's up to you as the owner of this home, a single family detached house. But with that responsibility comes a lot of benefit. For example, if you want to make any repairs or renovations to the home, you don't need to ask a condo corporation for permission. If you want to change the landscaping outside, you don't have to ask your neighbor to match theirs with yours. Anything you say goes in this property. Every decision you make is completely up to you because this is your fully detached home. But like everything else, there are a couple of drawbacks to owning a detached property. The first one, of course, is going to be the cost. These are often going to be the most expensive properties in any city because, again, they're fully detached and everything is your responsibility. You have full ownership, but everything comes back to you. And unlike living in a condo apartment or a condo townhouse, where oftentimes any issues or damages behind the walls will be covered by the condo corporation, like a plumbing leak, for example, or a furnace issue, anything that happens via these repairs will be up to you to pay for. So now we're in a semi-detached property. It's very similar to detached homes in that it is freehold and it is for single families. But one of the main differences is that you actually share a common wall with the neighbor next door. It's great for builders to build semi-detached properties because you're building one structure and the 2 homes on either side are often mirror images of one another. Now, there are some benefits to owning a semi-detached home. The first one is you're often going to spend less money on a semi than you would on a detached property. Now, along with that, you're going to have more space here than you would in a townhouse or a condo apartment. And finally, you have the shared maintenance responsibilities with your neighbor. So for example, if there's a roof issue or you don't feel like shoveling the driveway one weekend when it snows, you have your neighbor there to share those responsibilities with you, as long as they're friendly enough to do so. Now, along with that, of course, there are some drawbacks. For example, you're going to have less privacy and possibly more noise when you have a shared wall with your neighbor. And along with that, you have to really hope that they care about the curb appeal of their half of the property as well. You might want to refinish your driveway or do some gardening or some landscaping outside. If they don't have that same inclination as you do, it's going to be a bit tough to get that curb appeal to match up. Now we're in a 1.5-story home. Now this is very similar to detached properties in terms of the footprint, but one of the main differences is often going to be how the upstairs portion of the house is used. As you can see here, with a 1.5-story property, the roof is sloped because it's only a half story up top instead of a second full story. So with a sloped roof, some builders might decide to use the upstairs portion of the home as more living space. For example, this house has 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. But some people might decide to use upstairs as a full loft area and only have living space on the main level. As this home has here, you have bedrooms upstairs as well as downstairs. But one of the main benefits of a 1.5-story property for a lot of the older community is that they can have their master bedroom and second and third bedrooms on the main level and just use upstairs for recreation. this home that we're in now is called a backsplit, which appears to be a bungalow at the front part of the property, but often splits off into 2 or 3 stories in the back part of the property. So right in the middle of the home, you're going to see a set of stairs just like this that lead up to the top floor, and another set that leads down to the bottom floor. And sometimes you'll see stairs from that bottom floor down to the basement as well. So a style of home like this is great for builders because it allows them to construct their property on elevations, and they can adapt that property to the natural contour of the land. So backsplits are great for people who like the look of a bungalow but want a little bit more square footage. Unfortunately, one of the drawbacks is that you're going to have a lot of stairs, again, up to the top floor and down to the bottom floor. So if you have weak knees, it might not be the best place for you. So now we're in a townhouse complex. And a townhouse is a property that will often have multiple floors and share walls with their neighbors on more than one side, unlike semi-detached homes, which only share a wall on one side. Now, one of the benefits of living in a townhouse is that you have less land space, which means less outside maintenance. And oftentimes, as you might see up above me, you can have a deck upstairs as well. So rather than having a backyard, again, more maintenance with shoveling or lawn mowing, you can entertain people upstairs in the summertime or the springtime, have your barbecues, have more living space outside along with your multiple floors inside the property. Most times townhouses are going to be condo townhouses, which means you're paying condominium fees. What that means is that the condo corporation will cover the shoveling of the driveways, the mowing of the lawns, or any of the landscaping in the neighborhood. That's one of the big benefits of living in a townhouse. Of course, there are drawbacks. Like I said, you're sharing walls with multiple sides. So, similar to semi-detached homes, you may have more noise and less privacy with the walls on either side of you. So those are the most popular home styles you'll see in most real estate markets. If you have any questions about those, leave them in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more real estate videos every single week. I'll talk to you soon.